On social media, India's textile hubs appear as an endless stream of pure margin, a mesmerizing volume of inventory pouring straight off the factory line, ready to be boxed up and sold. You've likely seen the viral videos. Vloggers walk through massive warehouses, holding up premium saris and claiming you can buy them for 45 rupees and achieve 500% profit. The promise of skipping the middleman to buy direct is powerful. But for a new business owner, booking that flight is often the exact move that triggers a mathematical collapse. This waterfall chart shows the reality. You might secure a high gross margin on the product itself, but that green bar gets instantly chewed up. Travel costs, hidden broker commissions, and dead stock eat away at your capital before a single sari reaches your shelf. The real test in textile retail is surviving the brutal logistical costs of acquiring goods, rather than just finding a cheap supplier. Let's ground this in reality. Imagine you're starting a boutique with a total working capital budget of 1.5 lakh rupees. If you travel to Surat to buy direct, you spend roughly 50,000 rupees on flights, hotels, and transit. 1/3 of your entire business capital vanishes before seeing a single fabric sample. That leaves you with severely crippled buying power. Since you cannot afford bulk volumes, you lose your negotiation leverage and end up paying higher per unit prices. Now you have a serious math problem. To recoup that 50,000 rupees, you have to artificially raise the retail price of your goods. You are forced to sell basic catalog series for premium prices just to break even on your airline ticket. A local competitor who stays home and keeps their overhead low will undercut you immediately. Mathematically, you cannot compete when 30% of your cash is gone before the first sale. To solve this, you need to remove the emotion and look at the logistics of your return on investment. This matrix maps the decision. The vertical axis is starting capital. The horizontal axis is sourcing method, from online to physical travel. Combining low capital with high travel lands you in the red zone. This is the failure state for new boutiques. The principle is straightforward. A flight costs the same whether you buy 10 saris or 10,000. Travel costs are fixed, so you must have enough buying power to spread that cost over a massive volume of inventory. For a small budget, physical travel is a mathematical deficit, not a strategic advantage. The financial bleed continues after the flight. The moment you step out of the station in a major textile hub, you are a target for local middlemen. The physical wholesale market is dense, loud, and completely overwhelming for an outsider. Auto rickshaw drivers and street touts will offer to take you to a direct factory. These are actually middlemen who secretly bake a 20 to 30% commission right into your final invoice. High-volume, vetted online B2B portals provide an alternative. These platforms remove broker commissions and offer factory direct pricing with complete transparency. But transparency has its own barrier. As seen in these requirements, you must meet strict minimum order quantities, often 50,000 rupees, to access these factory rates. Your choice is between high risk and hidden broker fees in person or meeting high minimum capital requirements online. Then there is the product quality. The 45 rupee mixed lots marketed online are almost always out-of-trend, unsellable materials meant for street vendors. A business built entirely on having the absolute lowest price attracts customers with zero loyalty. You end up trapped in a margin war where you fight for pennies. The smartest retailers abandon the bottom tier entirely. This principle highlights why perceived value outweighs the price tag. Focus on the transformation and the result, because the customer buys the occasion, not just the physical threat. Competing strictly on cost leads to the bottom of the market. Selling an elevated experience allows you to dictate your own profit margins. With the math established, here is the roadmap for sourcing based on your current capital constraints. This flowchart represents your sourcing strategy. Under 1 lakh in capital, your path is strictly digital. Stay home. Deploy 100% of your capital into inventory to survive. With over 3 lakhs, the equation flips. At this volume, travel expenses become a negligible percentage of your spend. Now, physical travel is an advantage, allowing you to verify quality and forge direct relationships without middlemen. Your bank account dictates your physical location. Ignoring this rule is what causes most new startups to fail. For international exporters or those moving massive container loads, physical travel is often inefficient and unnecessary. At this scale, buyers use structured B2B systems. As you can see in these wholesale guides, high minimum order thresholds unlock dedicated production runs and total supply chain transparency. Operational efficiency and custom supply chain integration replace the need to stand in a marketplace and haggle. Once you have sourced correctly, the final hurdle is executing the sale without panicking and discounting your inventory. Many retailers blame failure on too much competition. Look at this reality check. The market isn't crowded. Your offer is just weak. If your sourcing math is solid, you have to hold your ground. As this rule states, name your price, then shut up. Silence signals confidence. Trust your calculated return on investment. Let the quality of your curation speak for itself, and ignore the urge to lower prices out of desperation. A profitable textile brand is built by ruthlessly aligning capital with logistics, ignoring the viral hype, and letting confident pricing earn the customer's trust.